Hey, what's up? Good morning, everybody. As we go into the new week, I want to talk to you about a way for you to get more out of your life, live a fuller life, and just what happens when we give up performance and stop performing. You know, for us to live the life that we were created to live, we have to cease striving and performance. And this sounds counterintuitive because oftentimes, we hear about peak performance and we're seeking ways to do more, perform more, make more money, things like that. But the only way that you're going to reach your goals is by giving up performance, by giving up striving. And I want to explain what I mean by that. What I mean is that we remove our focus from doing everything perfectly, people's approval, acting in the right way, people pleasing. We don't make our priority doing all the right things. We just flow, we just be, we just exist. We go from doing to are. We go from a state of I have to be to I am. And we exist in a place where performance and striving are not our focus or our strength or our security. But oftentimes, maybe we've had experiences in life and life beats us down and tells us if you don't perform, you are either bad or we get hurt or we lose things or we experience certain things throughout our life that teach us that unless we perform and do things and strive, we won't be safe. We won't be secure. And the only reason that we perform and strive is because we believe that that is how we will reach our goals, because that's been the lie that's been sold to us throughout our entire life. And I'm here to tell you this. It is a lie. It's a lie that needs to be erased from our minds. That performance and striving are how we live our life, how we reach our goals, how we manifest our purpose, how we serve God, how we love other people, how we do things, believing that performance is the how. I'm sorry, my friends, but it's a hard thing to hear. We have to learn to make our mission and goal in life not what can we do, not how can I perform, but how can I just be present in this present moment, put one foot in front of the other, trust the process, do the right thing, live in chaos and be okay with chaos and everything not going perfect around us, and existing with confidence, with clarity, with security that isn't dictated based on outside influences, outside circumstances, how we act, how we perform, what we do, what we are trying to experience, what our bank account is, what other people's opinions are of us, judgment. We become worried about people saying things behind our back. We become worried about how other people act, and we hold ourselves to a standard through pride because we believe that for me to be okay, I have to perform. And that is a recipe for disaster. That is a recipe for living a life that will never be good enough, that will never reach your goals. Where we keep pressing through and striving and pushing forward to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. My friends, for you to grow in your life and reach your goals, you have to give up the need for performance and striving and doing everything perfect and just exist in it, in imperfection, and embrace imperfection and embrace uncertainty and embrace experiencing life, existing. Not an existence that is so focused on what can I do perfect? What can I accomplish? What can I do to feel safe? And I get it. A lot of us have been through things. We've been through experiences that have beat into us that unless we perform, we're not safe, we're not good enough, we're unlovable. It's been lying to us our whole lives. It's time to find peace in the process. It's time to find joy in chaos. It's time to find happiness, not from what happens outside of us, but from inside, and joy that overflows. Not that things have to be done and accomplished for us to finally make it and arrive at a place where we can now be good enough and safe and experience all the things that we want in our life, and that we're waiting until this day that's far off in the future comes, that we perform enough and do enough and are good enough and people validate us enough and we've proven that we can now be ourselves. You don't need anybody's permission to be yourself. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You don't need to perform at all or strive at all to live your life and be who God created you to be. You're perfect just the way you are right now. And when we go in this state, we realize that we've been striving in our own strength, that we've been living in our own strength, and that we've given up what we were really made for. To just be, to just exist, to just flow, to not try to do, to accomplish, to be. But we be, and then the overflow of that is what we do without striving, without performance. I promise you, my friends, if you get this, trust me on this. What you will do and accomplish in life when you give up all performance and all striving will be exponentially beyond your wildest dreams. And that sounds weird and fascinating, because we're like, okay, if I'm not performing, well then what motivation do I have in life? I might as well just lay on the couch and do nothing all day. If that's what you want to do, take a couple days and do that. Take some time to rest. But stop performing, stop striving, stop trying to do enough to be, and just live your life in peace, in joy. And don't let anybody tell you that you have to do anything to be enough, to be the person that God made you to be. Be confident in who He made you. Be confident to say, God, live through me. Give up striving and performance. Learn to exist in imperfection. Give up the need for everything to be perfect, for you to feel safe, for you to experience the life that you want, that you feel like you have to do to be. That's a lie. That belief is a lie. You already have everything that you need to go after what God made you to do. You don't need to be anything else. You don't need to be somebody for God to be okay with you. You don't need to be anybody else but you. Stop trying to be anything else and just be you, and say, God, I surrender. Fill me. Stop striving. Stop performing. Stop trying to do enough in yourself, and start trusting the process, putting one foot in front of the other. Being okay with imperfection, things not being perfect, people's judgment, how other people will act. You don't need to control everything around you for you to be safe. And if you and you don't need to control everything to exist in obedience. That's another thing I've seen people say. Is that I have to perform to be obedient to God. No, your obedience comes from the overflow of Him working through you. There is nothing you can ever do enough in yourself to do that. Give up the need for striving and performance and needing to do to be. Cease performing and just be present. Be love. Be joy. Be peace, and exist, and give up the chains and the shackles of your past that have been telling you that you're not enough. You are enough. You are perfect just how you are, and God made you that way. Stop trying to be anyone else but yourself, and live in truth. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.